So I was asked, have I ever unjustly put hands on somebody in prison? And the fact is, yeah, I done unjustly put hands on many men in prison. But it always was behind something. Well, number one, you should, back in the day when they say keep your hands to yourself, yeah, you should really keep your hands to yourself. Unless you ready for them type of issues and them type of problems that come with the BS of you put your hands on somebody. You don't know if this person gonna come back and try to put hands on you. You don't know if they gonna go back to their cell and put a lock in it. You don't know if they're gonna put a bar of soap in it and catch you while you ain't even paying attention, watching the National Geographic Discovery Channel and bust you upside your head. You never know if they're gonna go grab that sword of justice and try to put it in you. Pause. So one day I'm downstairs and I'm playing cards with the homies, and this dude come in there and he looked real familiar. Y'all know how it is. Every Tuesday we get new inmates up in the pod. So this black dude come in there and I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, that dude look familiar. So he walking and the guard pointing up to what cell he got to go to. So he go to a cell and I tell Al, I'm like, man, don't dude look familiar? He like, nah, I don't think so. So I sent Al up there, to holler at him and fill him out and, see where he from and everything. So Al go up there, he talking to him for a couple of minutes. Then he come back down. And Al like, hey, he from Flint. I'm like, yeah, I know he from Flint, but like, who is he? He said, dude named Reggie. I said, Reggie? He said, yeah. I'm like, I know a Reggie, but that ain't him. That ain't the Reggie that I know. So he said, why you so pressed? I said, because dude just give me a bad vibe, man. He give me a bad vibe. He was like, Al was like, well, I mean, he said he in here for robbery. I'm like, okay. So Al was like, what, you wanna holler at him and get him on the team? Now, for those that's wondering, like, what do he mean, get him on the team? Well, y'all know how it is. When you locked up, you gotta, you gotta go with the city. You gotta you gotta be around people that's from your city. You know what I'm saying? So Al was basically saying, we gonna put him down with the crew, with us, or whatever. So I said, well, I'm going to go holler at him in a minute. So we continue to play cards. So then I finally get up and I go up there and I knock on the cell door. And he putting the stuff up. And his bunkie is in there talking to him. And I tell the bunkie, like, yo, step out for a minute. I need to holler at the dude. So this bunkie leave out of there. So I come in. He like, what's up? I said, hey, what city you from, man? He was like, oh, I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I said, you be in Flint? He was like, yeah, I was born and raised there, but, I live in Saginaw. Well, I did live in Saginaw for the last couple of years. I said, who are your people in Flint? He got the naming people and stuff like that. All the names that he was saying, it was unfamiliar to me. So I said, oh, okay. I said, what you in here for? He was like, man, bro, I done robbed somebody, I done popped somebody, and all this and that. I'm like, word? He's like, yeah. I said, how much time they give you? I'm like, man, they gave me, I got 10 to 25. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm D, and, holler at me if you need something, whatever, because we from the same spot. So if you need something, just holler at me. And he was like, all right, bet. That's cool. That's a bet. So then I left out. So his bunkie went back in there and I went downstairs. So Al was like, yo, what's up with him? I was like, I don't know, man. It's just something about dude, man. It's something about dude that I don't like, man. It's something I don't like. So I had Al find out what his last name was and everything and get on the phone. That's one thing that, you if you have a bad feeling about somebody and you just feel like, something just ain't right about this person or whatever, you can get their information and, get on them phones and have your people look the person up and see what they really in there for. They can go to to the internet or go to the county clerk office and pull up your file and all that. So Al get on the phone and, he get in contact with his people and they get to look at him up and find out, yeah, he's in there for, attempt one and a robbery charge and a gun and all. And so that all checked out. But, I said, okay, but it's just something else off. So as the weeks go by, I'm talking more to him and dude he just seeming real more familiar and more familiar. So then one day I'm still just got my guard up on this dude because something just don't feel right. So next thing you know, we got breakfast and we all just talking about, our war stories in Flint. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about, BS stuff that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? About robberies and, sticking dudes up and running down on cats and stuff like that. Dumb stuff, right? And he get to telling the story where he said that he was basically about to kill this dude that was talking to his ex-girlfriend. And as he telling me this story, it's starting to hit me that he was talking about me. So how this went, y'all. So when I was 16, no, I maybe was 15 or 16. I want to say I was 16. So I remember I was in this neighborhood called Selby Hood, out there in Flint, Michigan. And this is what you would call a blood hood. Now, I was cool with, like, the main dudes in the neighborhood. I was just always like that, like the boss dudes of the neighborhood. So I was always good, like, in every hood I went to. But, just because I'm good with some people, that ain't mean I'm good with all people. And that don't mean everybody know you. And, usually when you in the hood and somebody don't know you, they might try you or check your temperature or whatever. So I remember I was walking through there and I seen this chick named Michaela, and she remind me of this the lady off of Love and Hip Hop. Dang, I forgot the chick name, but anyway, that's who she remind me of. And I remember she was sitting on her porch, and I was looking at her, I said, now, I'm not normally attracted to the darker skinned women, but, you know what I'm saying? It ain't it's just my preference. It ain't it's just my preference. I'm not really attracted to darker toned skinned women. But, she was a darker toned skinned woman, but, for some reason, she was just so gorgeous to me. And, I just, back in them days, I just had to, if I liked something, I'm going for it, I mean, the worst thing a chick can tell Dante is no, So with that type of confidence, it wasn't nothing for me to go holler at her. So, and I'm on foot too, right? So she's sitting on her porch and I see her, I wave at her and she was like, do I know you? I was like, no, but, I want to get to know you. And she was like, oh, okay, what's up? I said, can I come up here and talk to you for a minute? She was like, yeah, I guess. So I don't even remember what we was talking about, but I know that we was vibing like crazy. Like, do y'all remember back in the day when you get a girl number and y'all start talking maybe like at 5 p.m. and y'all just talking on the phone all day to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing you got school the next day, right? So me and this girl we just talking for about maybe, I don't know, it's probably like 5 o'clock and then like 8 o'clock roll around. And we just talking. I don't know what we was talking about, but we were just so caught up in conversation. I remember seeing this black dude, like he was like riding past on a bike, and he kept looking over there, but I'm thinking, I ain't really thinking nothing of it, right? So it was 8 o'clock, boom. So at this time, it wasn't dark outside, but like the sun had already set, but it was, started getting dark a little bit. So I told like, all right, I'm about to roll because, I was still on the stroll. It was going to take me probably about 20, 30 more minutes in walking distance to get back to my hood. So I told her, all right, I'm out. So, she gave me her number, whatever. I went home and, we talked on the phone. We kicked it all night, right? I know we wasn't talking about nothing sexual. We was just talking. So she told me to come through at 11 o'clock. So I guess, we were skipping school together. So I ended up getting over there by 11:15, 11:30. And we just talking. And now it's about 3 something, so it's safe for us to go back outside. Because she done cooked me breakfast. She done made me some sausages, some eggs, some toast, apple juice. She made this thing, I forgot what it's called, when you got the scrambled eggs, the bell peppers and onions and stuff like that, and you just put it all together. It was good. So we were just kicking it, and we ended up watching this movie. What's the name of that movie? With y'all remember A Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenan Ivory Wayans? We was watching that. So we watching that, and we were just chilling. So now it's about 3 something. So we go outside. We sit back on the porch. So I'm gonna say maybe about 4 something. That dude that I seen yesterday on a bike, he come through again. But now he making his presence known, and he like mean mugging me. And so he ride off, and I'm like, you know, dude. And she was like, yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend. Now, when I'm looking at this dude like, if he had a chance with her, or if he been with her, man, I got this. And this all me, right? So I'm like, what's up? Why you keep on riding past? And she like, I don't know. He probably see you and trying to figure out who you is and all this and that. So I'm like, all right. So about 20 minutes to go by, he pulled up. Now, where we on a porch. Okay, so you got the street right there. You got the side with the curb, and you got the sidewalk. Then you got her yard, and then you got the steps where we both sitting at. So he pulled up on the curve, right? And he like, man, I need to talk to you, talking to the girl. And she like, what's up? He like, man, just come here, man. I need to talk to you right quick, man. I don't want this dude in my business. So she said, all right, I'll be right back. So she go down there, and he ain't hiding his intentions. He like, man, who is this dude, man? Why he over here, man? Man, I'll hit that dude in the mouth. Now, listen, when he said that, now listen, I ain't say nothing to this dude. I was looking at him to make sure he wasn't trying to, bust a move on me. So when he said I hit this dude in the mouth, I thought to myself like, okay, I'm gonna have, now I didn't have no strap on me. I ain't have a knife. I ain't have nothing on me. But back in them days, I always went hands on, right? So I heard what he said. So I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna let that ride. But then he said it again, and then I got up and I said, what's up? So as I'm walking towards him, I'm trained in the streets. I know that, to make sure to see if this dude got a gun on him. Now, I don't see no gun in his hand or nothing. So as I'm walking to him, as he's talking trash to me, I'm looking like at his shirt, at his waistline, because he's moving his hands and his arms in a certain way for me to see, is there an imprint, on his waist to make sure he ain't got a gun. Because my first instinct, if I done ran up on cats that had guns that, see, here's the thing about me, and I don't want nobody to take my advice at all, because I was young and super stupid, right? So 9 times out of 10, unless a dude got a revolver, you have maybe 1 or 2, 3 seconds to get on a guy, because he got to pull the gun out, number one, and then he got to rack it back. Okay. Dealing with Glocks and stuff like that, sometimes when you racking it back, that bullet don't even go to the chamber. Sometimes it jam right there. So in my head, if it's going to go down, it's going to go down. So, as he talking, I already got it in my mind, I'm about to go ahead and rush him. But as he talking, I'm looking at his shirt, and, as he, talking his trash and raising his arms up and stuff, I'm looking to see is there any print. So I really can't tell if he got a gun on his waist or not. So I said, okay, maybe I'm just going to rush him. And then when we fall, I'm going to lift his shirt up, to see if he got a strap. Now, if he did have a gun and I got a hold of it, I wasn't going to shoot him. I was just going to basically, if he had one and we hit the floor and I got a hold of it, that's my whole goal, is to grab his gun if he got one. I wasn't going to shoot him, but I probably would have hit him with the butt of the gun or something, you know what I'm saying? Or just, because, it is what it is. So thank God, it didn't get to that point, because she telling him, like, you need to leave or whatever. And I'm walking down, and she was like, no, she like, y'all chill out, chill. And he steady talking trash. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you got a couple of options here. And I need to let everybody know, even though I ain't the one that was in the wrong here, dude was caught up in his feelings. Y'all got to understand, there's a lot of men, many men that is locked up in prison right now over a woman, over a chick that didn't want to be with him, a dude just crashing out over something that don't even belong to him. You know what I'm saying? So always, number one, walk away. And that's just the right thing to do. But make sure that, the guy ain't running up on you neither. So just always keep an eye out. I should have just walked off. But thank God nothing came about with the situation. So he ended up talking about, all right, man, whatever. So I bag off and, I go back and sit back on the porch. So he done rolled off, and all I'm thinking, here's the crazy thing, y'all. And so I'm thinking, like, man, this bum nigga, man, this dude on a bike. But check this out, y'all. I'm walking. Ain't that crazy? I'm thinking to myself, like, this dude ain't even got a car, but I'm walking. I ain't even got no car. That was the crazy thing, right? So I said, man, what's up with this dude? Because he done rolled off and she done got back up there. And she was like, I don't know, man. He just won't let it go. I'm like, well, y'all still messing around or something? She was like, nah. He just, I said, he stay around here? She was like, yeah, he stay around here. So, I'm like, all right, whatever. So we just still talking. We still chilling. So it's about, maybe about 7 o'clock. Right. So then I give her a hug and then I roll out. So as I'm walking, I see him in the distance and he talking to like 2 other dudes and they on bikes. So two of the dudes come down my way and he's standing at the top of the street. So they ride past me, mean mugging me. But then I recognize one of the dudes and the other dude recognized me. And he like, Dante? I said, what's up? And he was like, I forgot. I think his name was Kenny or Kendrick or something. And he was a dude that I knew from one of my prior schools or whatever. So, we chopping it up, and he don't even tell me, like, I guess he forget what the mission is, about whatever they supposed to be coming down there to do to me or report back to dude. So, we just talking for about 5 minutes, just talking about the old days, what was going on back at the school days. Cause I was a real popular dude. And, I guess them two just rolled off after we got to talking after about 5 or 6 minutes. So the other dude at the top of the street, he just ride off too, but a different way. So I'm steady walking. I'm walking now. I get over there off of what's that? Stewart Street? No, Flint Park. Hold on, Stewart right there. Boom, boom. Flint Park, cause the park right there. No, I was right there by Mr. B's in my Devil's Lake. So I just crossed over off of DuPont Street. Is that Stewart? Hey, if anybody from Flint, Michigan in the building, let me know. Is that Flint Park right there? It's Mr. B's. I know DuPont right there. Is that Stewart Street or Mr. Hold on. Is that Flint Park or Stewart? I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever street. So I get right there and dude come out of nowhere and he got that thing on him. So he pull out the strap. He like, you were talking to my B, huh? You were talking to my B, huh? Now, at this point, he got me dead to rights. But, you remember when I tell y'all that my dome piece was kind of off. Because I'm looking and I'm like, is there any possibility? Because I'm not running. I was just stubborn back then. I'm like, I'm not running. So, but I'm looking at the gun because, some dudes be riding around with BB guns. They'll take that orange part off and, they'll spray paint the whole thing black. So you really couldn't tell, but I could tell. So I'm really looking at at the barrel. I'm looking at the top, just trying to see, okay, is there any chance that this gun is fake or whatever? Because at this point, like I said, I wasn't a runner, so I was just going to meet it head on. But I knew that, if he shot me, I don't know, man. When you grow up that way, man, and you're not afraid of a gun, even though you know what a gun can do, I don't know. Maybe it was just ignorance. Maybe it was just me being a product of my environment. I don't know. So, he like, yeah, you were talking to my B and all this and that, man. Don't go over there no more and all this and that. I'm like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do if I do go back over there? He like, I'm gonna bust you, I'm gonna pop you, and all this and that. So we just arguing back and forth, right? So then I made the mistake and was like, man, whatever, man. And I turned my back. I remember, y'all, he's on a bike. Rule number one, man. When you get into it with somebody, never turn your back. Never turn your back. So I turned my back like, whatever, man. If he was going to bust, he was going to bust. So I turned my back and get to moving. I'm walking off. Why he come from behind, right, on the bike, and he got the pistol, he holding the barrel, and the pistol went for him, and he go, boom, and he done socked me in the back of my dome piece with the butt of the pistol, right? And so he basically pistol whipped me, hit me in the head, and he took off on a bike. And I know I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing then, right? Because I thought he hit me with a rock or something, right? But then he took off like paddling real fast. So I made it my job right there, and then I said, whenever I see that dude, I'm taking him out, right? I'm taking him out. So I'll go back home, and I call old girl, and I said, when you see your guy, let him know that's what it is. And I ain't talked to her ever since. So let's fast forward back to prison. So as he telling me, this story about me, I'm like, I said to myself, oh, there's dude. So as he telling me the story, I'm like, oh, okay. So now them old feelings that came back. I said, all right. So after breakfast, we do our normal routine. Sorry, y'all. I've been sleeping under the fan. That's why I sound so dang congested. So we end up after we get to doing our morning routine and everything. He ended up taking a nap, and I tell Al like, hey, we gotta get him. He like, what you mean? I said, you remember when I told you I just had this bad feeling about this dude? He like, yeah, man, what's up? What's up? I said, when he was telling us that story at breakfast about how he ran down on this dude, and he exaggerated a lot in the story too. But, he talking about how he shot at the guy and all this and that, and the dude was begging for his life. And this what he was telling us. Like, basically, when he caught me over there by Mr. B's, he made me get down on my knees and beg for my life and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this dude, of what y'all say now, this dude is super capping, right? So he like, yeah, I was like, yeah, he was talking about me. And Al knowing me, he was looking crazy. Like, man, I know you don't get out. I know you wouldn't be doing that, begging for your life and stuff. Because Al was my man. He knew what type of time I always was on. So when he put two and two together, he like, oh man, we finna get him. So I said, nah, just wait. We go wait. So I said, we gonna get him on the yard, and cause I don't want to make the pie hot, or whatever. So he like, all right, well, let's get him on the yard. So this was the thing. So dude liked to play basketball and he liked to work out. So this was the plan. Now, for those that work out and do weights, hit weights, y'all know when you hitting them weights, right, you can get tired. Like you can, you know what I'm saying? Your body need to recover because you can be pumping all these weights and lifting all these weights, but you will feel like numb. You will feel tired. You know what I mean? So that was the plan, and he liked to work out. So I said, this is what we gonna do. After he get done playing basketball, I'm gonna spot him, right? When I spot him, what we gonna do is when he's coming down, like on his third lift, I'm gonna push it down. Now listen, I wasn't trying to take his life, y'all. I wasn't trying to take his life. I knew what I was doing. Okay, so basically, so anyway, let's get to it. So basically, I'm spotting him, right? So when he go up, there's one, right? Go down two, go up three, down four, boom. So when he went down on the fourth time, I kept the bar on his pecs, like on his chest. And he looking at me like, with this crazy look, like what you doing? So when I put that down on him right there, my other homeboy, I'm not going to mention his name because he's still locked up. He comes with a sock and he put it on dude's neck and like hold him down, right? So when he hold him down, Al now take the turn and he gets on the bar and hold it down on dude's pecs. And I get to work in his body. Boom, 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 boom. I'm giving him chest shots. I'm giving him rib shots. I'm boom, boom, boom. And he basically yelling and he trying to yell or whatever. So we got him in a cold play, right? We got him in a 4x fold up, right? So I'm laying to him. So I tell him, I say that was me in that story that he was talking about. You knew what happened. You knew exactly. I wasn't on my knees begging for my life. Boom, boom, boom. Right? So now when dude was, had that sock on dude's neck or whatever, I didn't know that he was choking him out. Dude couldn't breathe. So dude, I done hit this dude so hard. I don't know if I knocked the wind out of him or whatever, but he went unconscious. And then I just stopped and I told, all right, let him up. So Al picked the bar up and he put it back on the rack and we just walked off, right? So we went over there by the, what was we at? We was over there sitting at this bench and he was just laying there and these two white dudes went over there to work out and they looking at him. They ain't want to touch him, but they alerted the guards of man down type stuff. So, they end up calling the code. Everybody, they tell us that everybody clear the yard, and, the medical staff came out there and they came and got him and rolled him up. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. He kept it, either he kept it 100, he kept it a buck and didn't snitch on us, or, we beat him unconscious and he just had amnesia, didn't know what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't never see him from that day forward. Now, the reason why, in the beginning, y'all probably don't even remember the beginning of when I said that if I ever put hands on somebody in prison unjustly, now that I'm super grown now and way mature, yeah, because what happened, that was, when he hit me with the gun, back then, that was the past, but at the same time, is there a statute of limitation of your get back? You know what I mean? If you do something to me, you can't, you know what I'm saying? There's no limitations or time frame where I can't get mine back. But, me being grown and me being more spiritual and, me trying to do the right thing as a human being now, if that would have took place now, if I was, locked up, I'm still on my spiritual journey. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I would have, it probably would have turned out the same way or worse. Or, it's 50-50. I don't know. It really depends on what type of mood I'm in. But nevertheless, y'all, for the sake of being a righteous man and want people to do the right thing, man, sometimes you just got to let things ride. You got to let the past be the past and move forward. Also, listen, I got to put up my new Cash App, okay? Somebody hacked my Cash App and, they end up deactivating the account. So nobody send no more money to that $ Donta Show, okay? Don't send no more money to that. I'm going to get like Apple Pay and Zelle and some other accounts. So if y'all want to, put something in there to support the channel, we going to do it that way. But don't send no more money to that Cash App, all right, until I come out with a new form. If you want me to promote your products or whatever, y'all got my telephone number. We'll work that out. And with that, y'all be safe out there. I'm out.
Listen, YouTube is not sending out my notifications. So I need for y'all right now to text this number that y'all see on the screen, okay? Just shoot me a text so I can send you a personal notification whenever I go live. Also, this number that I got on the screen right here, if you want me to promote your business, your product, your social media channel, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans, whatever it is, if you got a movie on Tubi, right, and you want me to promote that, all you have to do is text this number that's on the screen right there. All right.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.